Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, won't stop, yeah. I'm so handsome. All in Carmine's with my Benz, I'm so fancy. No romancing. Got my baby and she right, she make you vanish. No time to play, got book dates. Had a plan, only had to wait. Always knew I'd make a way. Send a bill, they send a pay. Keep it real, keep the record straight. Keep it real, no time to fake. All authentic in my own lane. I am me till I'm in the grave. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, won't stop. Ooh, never panic. Get a worry, send it up and then it vanish. I can't stand it. Out of all the way you move it, see you scrambling. On offense, no defense. Still strong, no weakness. Used to say I wouldn't beat this. Now they wish they could beat this. Tables set, now tables turn. God's plan, don't say a word. Know the price, cause I know my worth. My time, get what I deserve. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, won't stop.
Wait, tell me.
Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Came for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, and play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Came for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. I'm on my job, I get it done, but you should know that. Shine like a sun of 101, you should know that. I get the front and in the back, you should know that. No need to stun, it's never cap, you should know that. All I know, 10 toes, never fold. Bang roll, on the go. Ice wall, ice wall, ice wall. Came for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Came for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. I miss my baby, so I hit them on the FaceTime. I need it all for them, so no, I cannot waste time. Facing these oceans, feel the water on my waistline. We trust the process and I only know it take time. You can get it, got no worries, I'm gon' make mine. Going global, I'ma get it out the state lines. Paying taxes at a more than what you make now. Different bracket, eating off a different plate now. For my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, and play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Came for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in.
Good morning all. Hope everyone is good. And yes, hope everyone's well. Hope you all had a good day yesterday. And yeah, let's get into it. Let's have a look at what we got going on today. Make sure all systems go. As far as I can see, it looks good. We look good. We look good. We look good. And yeah, let's have a look what we got going on here on GJ. Start off with the news as always. As we can see, CPI yesterday data came back a little bit higher than expected. 3.2. Not yesterday I was saying in the group when I sent in my plans here that I expected to come around the same. 1 point here, 1 point there. Definitely, not going to be out of the ordinary. We can see this was the forecast. I said, less than forecast, we'll see gold bulls and Dixie will bear. Higher than forecast, we'll see gold bears and dollar bulls come in. I'm expecting similar numbers, right? So we did see those similar numbers come through, which is nice to see. 1 point here, 1 point there, just going to cause kind of a whipsaw and price action. Obviously, we're having a bit of a volume coming here pre-news. Not really much we can do with at the moment as we lead into news here. So there's going to be a bit of GBP news here. We just tapped 189 perfectly here and have immediate rejection of that. So looking at the calendar here, as we can see, we have GDP coming through here. Gonna be in around 20 minutes here. We have GDP, and yeah, expecting numbers to come back a little bit better here. That's their forecast here. Want to see the progression month on month. Last one, their forecast was negative, came back a little bit better than expected. It's very inconsistent, this GDP data. It's very hard to predict. We can see this came back higher than expected. This came back lower than expected. This came back higher again. This came back as expected. Their forecasts are normally totally off here. Very, very poor forecast. But if we look at previous, we were 0.2 and then we forecasted, negative 0.2, and then month on month we were actually negative 0.1. Do I think GDP grows? I mean, it's pretty simple how this news works. They're in the same range, yeah, because this is month on month, right? So month on month, we don't expect GDP to, be 0.5%. 0.5% month on month is a little bit scary. GJ pumping right now? Yes, I think there was some. Oh no, never mind. Man's looking at the 1 minute, man. Man's looking at the 1 minute. Getting full FOMO already, just before the session. Man. Yeah, it is pumping, but we need to find out. Apparently, someone in YouTube chat just said there was some sort of speech right now. Yeah, I guess this is causing it. Yeah, we said the same thing yesterday, right? Before session, they started saying something. He's saying that Japan is not yet emerged out of de-inflation. Well, no shit, we've been talking about that. Odia said something. We are to mall policy, let's see if that affected price. He just said something. They're speaking now. We have to be careful. These guys are being nasty. They're speaking right now. We could easily see price in the next 2-3 minutes just flip here and dump once he says that. Mull equals postpone. Yeah. Mull means like discussion as well, right? So tapped 189 perfectly key level here, and it's just trying to make a decision. I mean, as these speeches come out now, these are random speeches. All they have to look, he's speaking now. There was not he's not supposed to be speaking right now. Yeah, he's not supposed to be speaking right now, so we just need to be careful. This is true though, wage talks. He's supposed to sleep. Yeah, but these wage talks are going to be super important here. Because if we see wage start to increase, that is going to support the whole idea of seeing what's this? Seeing the basically policy shift here. But this is quite confusing because we have GDP news around the corner as well. Is this a liquidity grab to see GDP news continue down? GDP is pretty simple. Positive GDP means that price goes up. Negative GDP means that price goes down. So simple like that. Pretty hard for me to predict what GDP will do based on seeing employment and everything like that. I do think it comes back as expected or slightly lower. Makes kind of sense. But, they're never really accurate with all of this data. So we'll have to see when news comes out. Kind of similar plan to like yesterday. But let's go ahead and look at what we're doing on all of the timeframes here. Start off on daily time frame here. If we start off on daily did create a support here. So this is our first support. Unfortunately, we didn't really close above this. I would have liked to seen us close back in the range. We literally just closed right at it. So in order to get continuation up, we were discussing about this scenario yesterday. I would like to see us break the high, and then we could even revisit up to, you know, over the whole rest of the week. Eventually could revisit all the way up to 190s here. It's not out of the question before maybe finding a lower high and then continuing down. As for 4 hour, on the other hand, we're just trying to break out of this range. So this is the same CPI range we got stuck in yesterday. The more we can leave this range, the better. We are, you know, covered by a lot of resistance overhead here. 4 hour resistances, 15-minute resistances. So leaving this range is actually a good thing, and it's what we want to see us do, because inside of this range was a little bit choppy and boring inside of the range. So as we can start to leave it now, it should look a little better. So obviously the problem is we just have so much resistance above every single level. Until we realistically get above this 139, then only it starts to get cleaner. Yeah, which is kind of that 15-minute as well. So I feel if we could, I feel we could break through this level here. Yeah, it's a little bit tough here. So this close here is a little bit too deep to the 4 hour time frame. Not 4 hour time frame, but 4 hour resistance around 4-5 pips. I would do it if this close wasn't like a 34 pip stop loss. 34 pip stop loss is not going to be worth it for me, especially with all these speeches going on right now. He just keeps saying, if he just says one bad thing here, you know what's going to happen to price. So this is where we have to be careful here. We have to be careful when we are seeing speeches here, because this is where you can get caught in a very nasty move here, get slipped and all of that stuff, right? And this is where we have to be cautious trading the JPY at the moment, until we start seeing them stop making these random speeches, because you've seen the reaction. Like yesterday was a very clear example. This is the same similar pump, right? We see price pump, and then what do we see? One speech come out, 50 pip drop. And people who have experience in this, I'll tell you, these drops, they will slip your stop loss, they will slip your order. You might have a 14 pip stop loss but get triggered maybe 32 pips, you know, double your stop loss. That will be a double loss. It's not fun. It's not fun. So we just need to be careful until they basically close their mouth. So waiting for that probably all happens after news here. And yeah, theory, if GDP goes up and the same minute Bank of Japan bring yen down, the chart will implode into nothingness. I don't think it works like that. Then it will just range, right? But yeah, let's have a look at gold. So obviously CPI data coming out slightly. You can see market's pretty sensitive to negative data here, right? As soon as we saw those rate hikes, you know, hopes by only 0.1% come out, we see that dump in CPI. But look at the liquidity grab first. We see the liquidity grab first, the pump, and then the dump. So mixed data, whipsaw, classic FU move, which is why I don't like to trade news that is, you know, pretty hard to predict because of this type of stuff here, right? We can see it's a little bit tough when we get that type of price action, because you don't really know what's going to happen, and these type of whipsaws can be extremely tough to trade and can definitely mess you up. So yeah, we just saw that, and now push down here and ended up in a range. So pretty simple now. Start off on the daily time frame. We can see first daily candle closing bearish after how many days of bullish candles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bullish days of bullish candles back to back. Not even one pause day. So this is the first daily candle closing bearish here. Now, what we might do first is we might just create a range first. So we might create a range first before looking to resolve this, but at the same time, let's see catalyst during NY. Yeah, NY, we don't have really much catalyst here, you know, to cause any random massive movements here. So we could form a range before trying to break down, but what's going to be key is this 4 hour support that was formed over last night, which we can basically move. We can start to move these lines, make this 4 hour resistance, something like that. We can start to delete this line here. I'll actually move this down to here, something like this. And then this I'll make 4 hour support, right? That was our previous zone. So we can move this like that. This I'll remove. And then the Mr. Major zone is going to be this one right here. This is our 4 hour support. So this is the major zone here. And if we have a 4 hour candle leaving this zone, that's where you probably see your continuation potentially down here to 21.45. and potentially eventually down to, you know, 21.30 here, you know, is definitely possible if we start to leave that range. But for now, we're just chopping in it here. We have a little 1 hour support right here. Wonder how that looks on 15. Yeah, that's also the same on 15. So probably something leaving that. Is what's going to give the options for sells probably later on with the 4 hour close. If we start bouncing out of this zone, create a range in here, and then we start later leaving. If we close this 4 hour candle bullish, right, we close it strong bullish, that can give NY to retest back up to 21.77, and then we see what ends up happening. So right now in London, it needs to get out of the range. You could try trade this range, but I don't recommend it. Too inconsistent at the moment. I'm definitely not going to be doing that, especially with the inconsistency. Like, we know breakouts on London are inconsistent. Just add a really messy range on top of that. You're asking yourself to get slapped here. So just be very careful with gold. Don't rush into anything at the moment. There's no need to rush into anything. Just wait for price to choose a direction here, such as you know, bullish 4 hour candle close to give us that move back up to retest higher in the range here, or us leaving the bottom of the range, and we will start to fill this wick and then eventually tap into these supports 2048, 2045 eventually. So just kind of wait for that. Don't be trying to mess around in this range. Excuse me. Don't mess around in this range, because this is where you'll literally get messed up. So yeah, getting back to GJ, we're still hovering at that 189 mark here. This candle has no bottom wick at the moment here. So yeah, if we can just start to leave this 4 hour resistance, we could see continuous upside for today. And you know, we could just try to start to break out of this range. I mean, if news even just push us here, we get some type of structure, we could easily see us leave 189 200s here, and we have a nice little range of 19 pips up to 400s, 450s, where we could look to you know, capitalize off. So I'm not too worried the more it pushes here, because it's just pushing us into clean zones, especially if we're going to create structure. So yeah, that's basically the analysis, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the analysis. If you have, then be sure to do the YouTube business. You guys know the drill. 507 of us in here. Appreciate everyone showing up. If we can get the likes up to 200, you know the drill. And yeah, hate to say it, part of the game. News poll, please. Okay, I guess you guys want a news poll. We can put it. We have 10 minutes. We can put it. Let's have a look. Gbp, GDP. Let's see, up and down. Can you place one on the News Gamble account? I don't have a News Gamble account. I don't encourage that. We're here to do a serious job, not, you know, and it's important. It's important. No need to hide the W's, man. W's is all good, Jiggy. It's okay, man. You can leave W's if people spam that. W's is good. Which broker is best in UAE? No, it won't be eToro. Chat hit SL last time. I'm not keeping track. I think they've been pretty accurate though. So one stop loss on chat should be okay. You know, they're allowed to hit stop loss once. How many votes we got here? Let's see. Vote to like ratio. This is my. Okay. Vote to like ratio. Not bad. Not bad. We're about the same. Vote to like ratio. Have 135 likes and 125 votes. See Tony's plan here. It's come on my other screen for some reason. It's looking to buy and sell below the range. Yeah, I'll just stick out of the range in gold, Tony, for your gold plan. Best to just stay out of the range. See GJ plan. More buys above. Yeah, this is pretty close to this 1 hour here. We'll have to be careful and see how that formulates. But maybe above here will be better. I think we can push through this resistance here. But we'll just have... If there's structure, then yeah, we can rely on structure. But I don't like how it's a 30-minute, it's a 1 hour, and it's a 15. It's pretty strong, you know. If this candle tested it yesterday, that would have been perfect, perfect, perfect. Then we don't need to care about it. If that candle tested it yesterday, because then it would have been tested, but it's still not tested, so we don't know. I hope you're doing well. YouTube business is done. I use SMC, so based on that sell from 2160 with SL 2071 and TP 2043 due to character shift from yesterday's makes sense. I don't trade you know, SMC, but I get what you're trying to look at. That's a pretty big stop loss, 110 pip stop loss. It's more of a swing trade. I don't think just yet we're ready to make a major reversal. You'd have to time that extremely well. I think you're better off trying to catch the scalp. But yeah, I mean, I get what you're trying to do, but until a 4-hour candle can close below this zone, nothing is going to go down. Right? We're not going to see that go down. This is going to be your rejection zone, and then you see it go up. So just be careful of that. Do you think using SMC with support and resistance is a good idea? Well, I think if you're not considering support and resistance in any of your trading, it's a bad idea. Like, you have to be considering support and resistance. It's basics and it's super important. So no matter what style of trading you choose to do, support and resistance should always be somewhat a part of your trading, as it's highly accurate and you just can't argue it. It's not subjective at all. Would you entertain setup twos before we break the daily high? If we pull back beforehand? I mean, we'd be pulling back inside of the range here. We'd have to see how deep the candle closed, because, I mean, it could work. It could work for sure. But, I mean, only if we get an ideal setup two, you know, that gives us enough range. Like, let's say we close somewhere here, you know, like this type of candle. If we close that type of candle, then that would be nice. But if we get below this support here, we're breaking structure, I won't try to buy. I would have to wait for something to close back inside of this range and treat it like a setup 4 or something. Alright, let's see the votes here. We have around 5 minutes before news. 210 votes, 170 likes. I'm catching you guys. I told you. You guys are capped. Everyone's saying up. Most people are saying up. Let's see Alex's plan here. Sent in his plan. Let's see what he's looking at. Probably looking at the same. Alright, cool. 1 hour close in 5 minutes will give good info too. Yes, it will. 21 pip lobster trading area. We like it. Yeah, probably getting above there is going to be safer. Yeah, I think I agree with this. Yeah, this 1 hour, of course, will give great information, right? If we're closing above yesterday's range, if we close below yesterday's range, will also give us information that maybe we're just not ready for the next 1 hour. Also, news could just come up and drive 20-30 pips here, and then we have to, you know, we have to reanalyze a little bit. GJ up, gold down. Well, yeah, I think I'll end the poll here, and with 3 minutes left to news. So here's the results. We have results of 66% of people are saying up, 33% of people are saying down, 251 votes. Not bad, not bad. So we're saying up. Well, let's see. Are you trading news today? It literally says in my poll, not trading it. I don't trade news, not part of my plan. If I'm going to trade, it's going to be exactly like what I did yesterday. I waited for after news and waited for a setup that follows my plan, which I have probabilities, statistics that I can base my results on. It'd literally be the same thing. If price goes up today, it'd be the same thing we did as yesterday, but just the opposite way around. That's it. That's it. We would just see price come, maybe tap into 189.228, form some sort of resistance, and then if we can close above that resistance, we'll be good. YouTube should add a feature that if you want to vote on a poll, you have to like the video first. Well, to be fair, they do have a feature where you can do chat. You can do only subscriber only chat. So that means you have to be subscribed to chat. So to be fair, that they kind of they kind of did that. So be sure that you are subscribed. Are you getting buff? Yes, I am going gym. Yo, flex a bicep, captain. That is in my OnlyFans. You have to pay extra price. Only $99 a month. 99.99. 1 minute till news? Yeah, around 1 minute till news. Some folks do news trading and they're still profitable. Yeah, you can be profitable trading news, but it's, when you get it wrong, you do get it wrong. But the idea is you don't get it wrong, right? It's just something I don't do. I mean, I can trade news. I'm looking into it, but these type of events where it's very close and you expect data to come out very similar, it's not the event you want to trade. You want to be trading where you expect data to come out drastically different and take a guess based on that, right? So let's see. Around 8 seconds here. I wonder if it will just continue the pump. All of you guys said up. So let's see if you're right here. See if you're right. Alright, we're going down first. If it just sits here, then it came back as expected. Or same as yesterday, we're lagging and data is not out. Yeah, it came back as expected. So that's what I mean here, This thing just came back as expected, and now we just continue normal trading day. That was it. Very anticlimactic. Well done. Imagine you're all prepped for news, and you have your account and your 50 pips stop loss ready for a big move. You get triggered into this for 3 pips. So, very useful. So there you go. News traders are very excited now for their 5 pip move. How does CPI differ from core CPI? Great question. Core CPI excludes energy and food. So it's inflation without energy and food. CPI is including energy and food. I mean, which guru can tell you that? I dare you to go ask another guru that same question on stream. They don't know that stuff. Right? So core CPI without energy and food. I hope so, I'm right. If I'm wrong, someone double fact check me, please. Someone just fact check me. Even if you're wrong, you have the confidence to say it like this. Yeah, facts. You're right? Okay. Yeah. Good. Hi, is XNS a good broker? I haven't used them, so I can't tell you. I only speak from experience, right? Drop the OnlyFans. It's only pips. I'll drop the only pips on my Instagram. No, but anyways, soon guys, soon we'll be launching the nice little update of Pip Labs, and I'll want to be doing some giveaways. You guys have also been asking for a free webinar, and I've been thinking about doing a free webinar for you guys. One of the webinars that we do with the exclusive groups, I might just allow you guys to join that. So be sure you're following my Instagram to keep updated when that happens, because you won't want to miss out on that. And that's where it's easier to update. It's not easy to update on YouTube because you have to post a whole YouTube video. So definitely give me a follow. We can get this up to 6.5 today. 6.5. Here you go. Also, maybe some scammer will message you, so better to just follow the original one. I had to pay for a stupid blue tick, man. Waste of time. Post a community chat on what? We have a community chat in Discord. The free group is a big community chat. Can you do some more backtesting YouTube videos? You love them? Yeah, we can look into that. How much did the blue tick cost? I think it's not much, man. It's like what's this? $10 a month? Something like that. I have to check. No. It's more. I don't know how much I paid. How much did I pay? I'll see next time I get billed. I'll need to check my statement. And I'll tell you guys how much I'm getting billed on it. Who's messaged me on Telegram? They can wait. Busy right now, busy. Please try again later. I'm saying post in YouTube community post. No one, who checks YouTube community? I don't know many people that check YouTube community. Instagram's just easier though. Hey Harry, I enjoy your streams. Nice analysis. How long you been trading? Yeah, just over 4 years. Well, actually, no, just 4 years. You should make a CPI question and answer, a YouTube short. You mean tell people to vote? Can you vote in YouTube shorts? Not sure you were able to do that. Alright, how did the 1 hour close? 1 hour did close above here, so that is technically a good close. What's this? Too many trend lines. Too many trend lines. Simple buy above here. Yeah, I think by the time we get there, you probably have to wait till tomorrow or something. So you probably, if you're gonna avoid this whole range, then you just call this your whole non-trading range, right? And if you call this your non-trading range, then you just have to sit out on this. But I agree, buys will be cleaner above here. But I would look to how can you buy two there, right? And I think if we start breaking above this level you have marked here, 189, 100s. That is where we can at least entertain price to retest these zones here. We'd be changing structure, we'd be breaking resistance. So I think there will still be option there, right? But I agree, if we just fall back in this range like this, then it's a dead one. Right? We just need to get out the range. Because remember, today we have technically bullish bias here. So selling is not really going to be smart. Bias has saved you every single day. If you followed bias, yesterday, the day before, you've been saved because all of these buys have been tough until bias changed. So yesterday, until we had a 4 hour candle closing bullish, bias was saving you. Bitcoin about to hit 73k, yes sir. Very close to, very close to. EU with Thunder above. Let's have a look at what EU is doing. Yeah. Why would you choose Thunder? Is that something you want to watch in EU? I think after this much structure, you don't really need Thunder, right? Because you have 2 levels of management. I don't see why price would close above here. And then you have to, seems like a big push, yeah, but you have 2 levels you've just broken. So even if it closes back in the first level, your stops are going to be here. And you can use this as management point. So waiting for Thunder is, you might just miss the move if volume continues here. Dixie is too bullish for EU buys now? Well, depends what bias is on EU. Previous daily, basically doji here. Previous 4 hour, also bearish. Yeah, that could be tough. This is more of a lower high structure. Yeah. I mean, if we close above here, you only have till around 0.9333. And then you're watching it very carefully at those levels. Otherwise, selling below the range here, or even below this, can make sense. Pansari looking for a position only if there's volume. Otherwise, I'm staying out of this whole range. Yeah, I can agree with that. There's no point of trading inside the range if we're just going to chop like this price action here. We're just going to chop like... Right now, inside of here, it's super inconsistent. So unless we create a nice little setup too here, maybe that could be the option. Otherwise, we just need to leave this range, which we still have time for that to happen. Yesterday's move didn't come till around 40 minutes from now. Hey Harry, can you make a video explaining fundamentals? I have made a video explaining fundamentals. I actually made a really good video explaining fundamentals. It got 1.8k views compared to me talking about a strategy getting 5.3k views. It just goes to show people don't care about fundamentals. Like, this is literally, this video here is gonna be super informative about fundamentals, right? But people are not interested in that. So, but it's there though. I don't care that not everyone's interested, but I have made it, you know? If I did care, then I wouldn't make it, right? But I want to show that. So this is not a setup for fake out? No, you're right in terms of the setup, but it will not count because today we have what? Bullish bias. So you can't be looking for sells in a bullish bias. Be against the rules. Alright, what's going on here? 15 minute X. So you just don't want to trade any buys here. Yeah, I remember. It was more than that, bro. This is when you were a little bit tamed. Don't need fundamentals for 5-minute charts. Yep, that's what they all say. That's what they all say. Don't need fundamentals for 5-minute charts. But remember, your trade on the 5-minute comes from higher time frame understanding. If you can't understand the higher time frame, you're going to be a mess on the lower time frame. I completely agree with everyone that says fundamentals aren't going to do anything to your entry unless some news event or some speech happens at the time you enter your trade. Totally agree. Technical analysis is more important, right? But having fundamental understanding of the base asset that you're trading or the pair that you're trading is drastically important here. It's very, very important. You know? Like, let's say you're a car guy, right? You like cars. You're gonna know specs about your car, right? So obviously you have to be passionate about the charts to be good traders. So it's not like you're just driving a car to get from point A to point B, because then you're not really going to do it well. The best people who are drivers actually care about cars. They have passion for it. Can fundamentals be beneficial for futures as well? Yeah, it can. Of course it can. Like, no, it won't affect your exact 5-minute entry, but it will affect your whole process of thinking. Look at this. My plan was to buy the breakout. I'm serious. It says planned to buy, but because of the fundamentals, knowing what Bank of Japan might say, I stayed out. Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, that's another way, right? Is that fundamentals will avoid you if you just don't care about them. They'll avoid you from taking trades. Oh, BTC, you're a beaut. First bull run I've ever been in. Well, just don't get greedy. Otherwise, you won't profit anything from this bull run. And vice versa, if Bank of Japan policy will not be adopted, I would have bought. Well, it would have been nice for them to come out and say something, and then it's not backed by data, and then we have easy buys later because bias is bullish, right? Man, look at 2019 to now. I agree, yes, just know the fundamentals, but probably won't come into decision on the 5-minute when there's a nice momentum. Yes, exactly. No, I agree with that. It's good to know. That's exactly my same point. But yeah, it's not going to say, you know, add to that. But if you have understanding about fundamentals on higher time frames, if you're seeing momentum in a certain direction on your 5-minute entry, it will just support that, right? But no, for sure. It's good to just have understanding though. So if you put a trade on Tradingview and it runs on our account, no, you have to have a broker connected to Tradingview. Then it would run on your account. If not, then you're trading on something else like MetaTrader or something like this. Can we integrate Tradingview with the account? Yes, you can. If you go down, there'll be like a trading panel here, and you can see the brokers that are supported here. These are all the brokers that are supported. $138 more feasible. I do agree, man. Seems a lot cleaner there. I mean, if it's like if it's a very high volume, we could just try buy above this to get to 4 hour and break through 4 hour, because we have tested 4 hour with a wick. Actually, no, that's previous. 4 hours actually all the way up here. That's interesting. So yeah, then we can look to get to this 4 hour, to be honest. Yeah, we can look to get to this 4 hour. It's like 9 pips. Could be an option. Not if it goes there fast, will tell me liquidity grab. Yeah, but you'd break even at that point anyways, because that's a level, right? 100k soon? What, you talking about my subscribers or Bitcoin? On subscribers, I'm far from 100k. Almost halfway there. On the road first to 50k. First we have to reach 50k, then we can talk about 100k. Remember the deal, right? I hope he's still here in chat. He said when I hit 100k, I have to fly someone out. I have to fly someone out, pay for this. I'm keeping my word. Probably Bitcoin first to 100k. Yeah, Bitcoin's closer than I am to 100k. But we'll see who wins. Probably Bitcoin. Both ways we win, right? Both ways we win, right? Because Bitcoin goes up good. But yeah, if you haven't subscribed, you can leave a subscribe if you want to vibe with us. If you enjoyed the stream, make sure to leave a like on the stream. Goal is to try get stream viewers to 1,000 viewers. I want to be someone who had 1,000 viewers during London session. That would be cool. So if we can make that happen, you know, would be very, very cool. That could happen before 50k, would be cool. Fly someone out to Dubai? Yeah, it would be, it would be. We're stuck. We have resistance at, I think, 800 viewers. We have resistance. So maybe this is just a higher low to break through that resistance. No man left alive to compete with Harry. Only competition is Bitcoin. Damn, big competitor. A lot of gains made with Bitcoin. Trade the breakout of 800 viewers? Yes, exactly. Can you please see my position I've sent you, please? I don't know where you sent it, bro. If you sent a link in chat, it won't show. YouTube blocks links. YouTube blocks links. Buy or sell, bro? Oh, here we go. Please, someone just type in chat. When are we taking a trade? I need to complete the whole thing. Sent it in general chat? Okay, I'll have a look at for you. What do you think of this? Based on Fibonacci retracement, yeah, if you trade Fibonacci retracement, could be potential entry here for sure, right? Your 6 point, is that the 6.18? What's the 6.2? I don't use Fibonacci, but yeah, if that follows your plan, then I guess good luck. The one thing I do agree with is your stop loss placement. That's the one thing I do agree with, is your stop loss placement is below the range here, and if price wants to continue up today, it has to respect this range. So I do agree. Have you done an analysis on gold? Yeah, just rewind the stream, you'll be able to watch that. Are you okay if we see this? See what? Oh, there we go. Now it comes. Classic buy and sell, never. Yeah, I am okay. I would take that for sure. Yeah, I like that. If that happened, that's clean. For sure. That would be valid. Even if we got 5-minute structure, that would be perfect. Or if we closed bullish and then the next one grabbed liquidity and then rebroke the high. Is London open or not yet? Yeah, not yet. We'll open in around 40 minutes. But Frankfurt is open. 50k subs, meetup and Zoom call. 50k subs, guaranteed. I'm going to do a free webinar. Guaranteed we'll do the free webinar. So all I'll do is I'll invite all of you onto one of the exclusive webinars that we have on Sundays. Then all of you will be banned. No, I'm joking. Do you trade pre-London? Yes, but pre-London is like Frankfurt Open. Think about it like this. Pre-London is kind of like trading before NYSE Open. It's the same type of thing. Let's go. 2.2k subs left. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Will you still trade if London starts? Yeah, but most positions realistically actually come before London Open. Like if we look at data over, I don't know, 4 years worth of data, most trades are coming before London Open. Sometimes during the year we see that switch and then all trades come after London Open or at London Open. But it's not how it normally works. Morning Harry, morning Chizo. Got it? Oh good. When London starts exactly and when it's finished? It will open 8 a.m. London time. So I'm not going to tell you your time because you have to convert to your time zone. I don't know where you are, but 8 a.m. London time to 4 p.m. London time. So 8 to 4. That's what time it opens. And we're in the middle top of it, so wouldn't that be wise to buy? So it wouldn't be wise to buy, not really, because I would consider that 1 hour as a range breakout. That 1 hour candle closed above the range. So I'd expect that to be the bottom wick, respecting the 1 hour low to continue up if it was to create that support. The idea would be to retest the 4 hour, because since we have bullish bias here, we expect it to go up, right? Following bias. So we'd expect price to remain above this 15 minute / 4 hour, right? And then continue up. Bro, if you come to Dubai, can I meet you in person? I'm already in Dubai, so I won't have to come to Dubai. Where are you located, Harry? In Dubai. Could we consider a buy above 188,950 with LTA being created and targeting 180? So 88,950. Yes, you could, depending on how it closed. But yes, that would work. That's actually something I could look for as well. Line at 188.9, what kind of resistance is that? 4 hour, previous 1 hour, 15. Just, I put it 15 and 4 hour because that's what it is. It's just a 15 and 4 hour. After news, I take a paper trade in GJ sell side and it's correct, but then when I do it with real money, it takes your stop loss because you don't have a plan that's set. Can you replicate that trade? If you could replicate that trade, then it shouldn't lose. If you don't have data on your trades that you're taking, and if you cannot replicate that trade over time, then of course it's going to lose because you don't know what you're doing. You have to have information on, even no matter if it's paper or real money, you have to have something that works. Real money, of course, you'll have a lower win rate than paper because you have no emotions. But trust me, on paper, you're taking options that you wouldn't take on with real money. Because you just like, that makes sense. But then when you put real money, you hesitate and you take something worse. I heard Dubai is very favorable to traders in regards of tax purposes. Yes, we do pay 0 tax on trading. You haven't been taught anything yet? Spamming that? What do you mean I haven't been taught anything yet? Taxes in South Africa are crazy. You can imagine most places of the world investing capital gains tax is pretty high. I'm sure with some sort of accountant you can avoid that, or avoid some of it. Still have to pay tax. So that trade you took on Fibonacci, right? This is why I don't like to trade without closes, right? This is where Fibonacci can be subjective, because you could be right, you could be wrong, right? So that's why I always like to wait for a bullish close, because then you're not just trying to call a bottom here, right? You're calling a bottom with that candle, expecting that to be the low. Whereas if this candle closed bullish, you have the confirmation that that is not the low. I mean, that is the low, because we have a support form. And that's the way I prefer to trade. So maybe look into that. In Canada, because they made a 20% luxury tax on any vehicle over 150k. So what? If you have a 150k vehicle, you have to pay 20% tax on what? The vehicle? So you pay 20% more. Binary trading is good. I wouldn't recommend binary. Yeah, that sucks. So you get rich enough to buy yourself a $150,000 car, and then you have to pay 20% more. What advice can you give to someone who's only been trading for 2 months? Stick to one strategy and give yourself time, right? Use all of my free resources on YouTube and just start there, man. I'll save you time. I'm not being arrogant by telling you just to stick to what I'm doing, but I'm sure it will be useful. You'll find something useful. In Sri Lanka, we pay more than 300% tax. That's not possible. How you pay 300% tax, brother? Come on, that math doesn't add up. If you make 100%, they tax you 300%? Come on. Hey Sharp, are we waiting for the 15-minute resistance to be broken? Yeah, if we can get above the 188.950 level as well, just seeing what it wants to do. We're still respecting this support down here. We are bullish buyers, so it makes it very hard to just rip sells. Even though this is a very strong bearish candle close here, this is where we could end up ending in a fake out. I mean, if we look at all of this week, bias has kept us safe. If we went against bias, we would have ended up losing. So yeah, that is why I'm going to follow bias today, no matter what happens here. So even if this comes down here, I could be looking later for setup 5 back towards the upside. Fact is that we just pulled back in this shitty range, which is not the best. But, you know, if we come back down to the bottom of the range, I don't mind trying some more upside. Oh, yawning too much today. That's bad. I was up way too late yesterday. I actually had to wake up for something. Had to deal with something. And then I was up at 2:45 to 5 a.m. and then slept from 5 to 7 and then woke up. So no. And I'm very regiment with my sleep schedule. You are tired today? Yeah, because I'm very regiment with my sleep cycle. So whenever I mess up my sleep cycle, it's not good. Best course to learn price action? I think, man, stick with my free course to begin with, right? And then if you want to take things more seriously and you want to learn to apply more of yourself, then you could look into something like the exclusive group. But for now, just focus in on my free course. I heard in Dubai that they do cloud seeding for it to rain. Yes, they do. They do. I did the math on a McLaren 765, sorry. LT would be 150k in tax. Yeah, that's nuts. And why would that's so expensive for a 765 LT? Where can you find my free course? You can find it on YouTube here. This one here. 1 hour, 41 minutes. All sections. It all has sections, and yeah. Bro, you've spammed in chat 3 times. What car do I own? If I tell you what car do I own, how will that make you a better trader? Like, I don't mind talking about cars, but, you know, spamming it like it's a desperate question. Not sure how that's gonna help you. I just want to know for fun. Yeah, but don't spam the question, man. Don't spam the question. I drive an Audi RS. Happy? I just took buys. Damn, that's bold move to just take buys right here in the middle of the range. It's very bold. But maybe you have a plan. Maybe you have a plan. How big is this range? 20 pips. If this next candle closes up as fake out, then I may be interested here. But it'd be nice if we can just like retest this first, which we're trying to do right now. Just needs to be an inch lower, and then we go up. What's bias today? It should be bias is bullish technically today. Bias is bullish, but we've just faked out in the range here. With GDP data coming out as expected, this move here, not sure. I think it's just retracing some sort of impulsive speeches here. It's quite complex. You wouldn't consider the push already happened? You mean for upside push? No, I wouldn't consider that already happened. These were when speeches were going on. You saw this candle come out, just one candle here, right? And when we create new structure, it's creating new structure within our session to continue the push. If this continue pushing, and now we're somewhere up here, yeah, that's kind of gone. But remember, we pushed and pulled back. So if price is going to continue up today, then that's what we'd expect to see, is that, you know, price probably close somewhere up here to continue bullish. Oh, that's what happened. A bit of news came out. I was wondering why we dumped. Citibank expects Bank of England to start cutting rates in June versus August, expected earlier. That's interesting. And that's why we see a little bit of bearish pressure here, because of course cutting rates is going to be negative for pound, right? Speeches don't count as a session push? No, I wouldn't count that as a session push, because that's external volume, not session volume. It can make the session different, but no. Bro, I want you to recommend me. I want to do the FTMO challenge, but average is 2.2 pip spread. Should I do it? I don't think average is 2.2 pip spread. I think you can get lower spread. I know multiple people who have taken FTMO challenge here in the private group and have had no issues following my strategy with spread. Even if you have, like, let's say 1.5 pip spread higher in a 16 pip trade, like let's say yesterday's trade was 16 pips, it's not going to be the massive difference, right? It's not going to be the deal breaker. Yes, you'll be 1.5 pips less than maybe with a tight broker, but it shouldn't do that much damage, I would say. Coco NCT. Harry, does your setups work in other sessions or just London pre-London? No, of course it works in other sessions. It's price action. I mean, a lot of us trade in New York using the same setup, so yeah. Please check Euro USD. We already did it. I've seen up to 3 pip spread on FTMO, to be fair. Yeah, it can get wild, but I guess that's what just you have to deal with. When do I get in, please? Best question today from Fendi Puma Gang. Let's go. Fendi Puma Gang, when do I get in? Oh, I forgot to say, straight drop, Fendi Puma Gang. Let's go. That's the goated name, bro. Oh, he's put prayer things, man. Let's go. He's hyped today. I'm definitely subscribing. Number one way to get subscribers. I just started trading today. When will I be able to buy a McLaren? You can buy it today, brother. Come on, what are you waiting for? One day is enough. And if you can't buy it today, you're broke. You're a brokey, bro. Just don't buy the McLaren in Canada. You pay 150k extra. Brother, Claudio, it's like 8 a.m. in the morning. You're drinking Coke? Shit, man. You rizzed up Fendi Puma Gang. I like this chat. That is very hyper today. Coffee and Coke. It's coffee? Okay, good. Why they put coffee in a bottle? Oh, okay. Yeah, look, he's drinking coffee and Coke. What a combination. This is like classic cigarette and Red Bull, huh? Yes, cigarette and Red Bull. Oh man, what's this drop here, bro? What's this drop doing? Just coming here, dropping out of nowhere. 1 hour absolute rip here. Screwed all the 1 hour buyers, told them not today. Just to bring us back into this messy range here. 4 hour told us not today. And now we're going in crap land. I hope it doesn't. Hopefully we can create some sort of support from down here and then find our way towards the upside. Dip pizza in Coke and eat it. Best formula. Oh god, man. From pineapples on pizza to now dipping pizza in Coke. Shit. I actually will say something. I have a confession. When I was young, I have, and I know all of you have done this, I have dipped McDonald's fries in Coke. I see you. I know all of you have done this. Don't lie. Don't cap. I know all of you have done that. I have done that. It wasn't good, but I don't know. I never? Yeah. You have to do it when you're young, man. You have to do it when it's young. When you're young, you dip fry in Coke, just see what happens. Have to do it. Please watch YouTube, right? Goated? Look, see? What's this? Sitting in this range? Yeah, it sucks, this range. Look at this rejection now. Watch it flip. I tried it. I think I tried it when I was young because I watched a video. I watched a video of some type of competitive eater. He used to do that. So I was like, why do they do that? But then I realized it's just to make it easier to get down, not to make it taste better. I dip tea with biscuit. Digestive biscuits and tea. That's number one, bro. That's number one. McDonald's fries and ice cream? Look, you guys saying like that's normal, right? Putting fries with ice cream? Like, come on, just eat fries by itself with ketchup. Be normal. I dip my croissant in coffee. Yeah, that's normal. That's normal. Fireball, milk, and laxatives. That's what... That's what Grizzly is on, huh? What's the trading plan for today? If you showed up early, you would know the trading plan. Bias is bullish today. We have faked out the range with a couple of speeches here. We need to wait for some form of support to potentially continue up. Cucumber and coffee. Now you guys are just capping, bro. What the fuck, man? Cucumbers in coffee? Who's putting cucumbers in coffee? Dip it with banana in ketchup. Yo. Shit, man. Okay, we're changing subject now. This is gonna go from bad to worse. Here, we'll let you with this. Would you rather have Cheeto fingers as Cheeto dust as fingers, or sweat mayonnaise? You have to choose one. Have to choose. Cheeto fingers? Yeah, but then everything you touch gets really all Cheeto-y and all of this, you know? Sweat mayonnaise? Nah, man. What sweat mayonnaise? It's actually a trick question. What is Cheeto? Cheeto is a type of chips. Actually, banana ketchup is a flavored ketchup from the Philippines. I have to check that out, bro. Great part about Cheeto fingers, whatever you touch, it tastes great. Man, chat today on something different. I don't know how we even dived into this subject. Luckily, iftar done, yeah. Whoever's fasting, well, it will put them off their appetite at this. So I think we're doing a favor. At this point, we're doing a favor because that should put you off the appetite. Shouldn't want to eat. No bottom wick on the current 15. Indeed, there's no bottom wick. But that doesn't matter because we're expecting price today, you know, to continue bullish based on bias. That's the great part of waiting, of trading while waiting for a setup. Yeah, facts, you know, everyone is like, we have to just wait here. So let's do something in the meantime. But now we're at the bottom of the range. This is definitely not a selling zone. That's for sure. If people are considering sells here, I'd be very careful. Here's your bottom wick being made. Now, if this 15-minute close is bullish back in the range, could be interesting here. How does this 5-minute look? 5-minute no structure. Would like to see change of structure. Not just like this higher lows to continue down. And then maybe we can start to see this continue towards the upside. It's potential. Gold, as I said, yeah, it's just going to continue in this shitty range here. So just leave gold to do its thing. Right? Just trade the easy moves on gold when it leaves the ranges. Look to catch continuation of leaving those ranges. What's your view on selling towards 187.9? 187 is pretty far away, man. You'd probably need 4 hours to start to break these ranges. Daily candles to also close bearish. I mean, definitely once we break 188, that idea 187.9 is definitely obviously going to make sense. But yeah, I think if 4 hours can close below 188.500 will be better for you. Especially if daily candles can start to close bearish from here, creating resistances. We could get a little bit choppy here for a couple of days. If price doesn't want to get moving here. Which is obviously what we don't really want. Hi, how many members are there in the exclusive planning to join soon? Right now in Zoom, we have around 50 people sitting in Zoom right now. You're welcome to join. Just jump on the wait list. What's your biggest win streak? My personal win streak biggest was 10 trades. 14 trades last year. 14 trades actually. Gbpjpy back on track? Well, yeah, it's trying to create a support right now. So we'll see if this support can sustain or if this just ends up being like a top wick. Can you make a video on change of structure and reversal? Yes, we already have it on the channel, guys. There is a video about that already on the channel. Let me try find it for you. If you scroll down, you'll see it. Change of, yeah, this break of structure truth. That's the video. And then this counter trend trading explains that. We talk about that inside of that. Change of structure reversal would be counter trend trading. And then, yeah, this one. Change of character versus break of structure as well. So 3 videos that kind of talk about those topics. Give me a sec, guys. I'll be back. If you guys are new to the stream, be sure to leave a subscribe so you can show up to future streams here. On the road to 50k here. I'm gonna get the stream to 1,000 views. 720. 720 is close. 300 viewers, easy work, easy work. In hindsight, I gave it a perfect Burj Khalifa. Should have sold that floor. Yeah, facts, man, right? Secret pattern. Net Puma Cook. Can you check EU graphs? I don't know why it got lost in... Oh, there it is. Where's the question with it? Oh, there we go. Went up. Oh no, that's banana. Don't need to read that. Just looking at the setup 4 in those daily support 4 hour. and there was top middle of the range. Ignore that on setup 4. Yeah, we could, because we've crossed through it multiple times, so that you could allow yourself to do that, especially with the fake out. Same as yesterday, just the opposite way around, right? Remember yesterday's fake out? It's just the opposite way around. All right, we're seeing price try to create a support here. This is what I mean, bias is somewhat bullish here. Not somewhat, but it is bullish. So we're seeing that just retrace that whole move we had down. We'll see if we can create a support. What I want to see now is I want to see the 5-minute actually, this 5-minute close. It can close where it is right now and then create a resistance. Once that resistance is created, if we can close back above that resistance, that will give me the confidence to take buys here. At the same time, guess what that will be? That will also be the 15-minute close. So it will make sense. Lag? I don't think I'm lagging. Did I lag? You're good? You lagged. I literally just before the stream had someone come and fix the internet. Literally. Chat box is not working? Yeah, that sometimes happens. That's normal. That comes back after a little bit. That's just because of the... I need to maybe pay for this software. Maybe they're being rude to me because I don't pay. So let me start paying for it. I'm itchy to go 2x risk on this one. No, I don't. Just stick to normal things, right? You are itchy, but the market is not going to agree with you. Do you live in a house or apartment? House. I don't like apartments. I despise apartments, actually. Not despise, but I can't. Not an apartment. In Dubai, no. It's too expat. It's too... You know, I don't want people living above and below me. I was reading an article about presidential elections, how a Democrat means bullish for dollar, and if a Republican wins, it means a bearish for dollar. Thoughts on this? Yes, that can, but it's very complicated, that, and I don't really want to go into that rabbit hole. It is very, very complicated. Damn, this thing just pushing. At least bias is proving true here. Bias is definitely proving. This is the 5-minute candle that I wanted to create a resistance here. But obviously 5 minutes is not enough confirmation just to rip a buy. Otherwise you would have ripped a buy on this 5 minutes, but you lost, right? So just to buy here, which it hasn't tapped any support, it stopped just before the support. It's pretty hard, right? And this candle closed below the support. It's not really an entry you could look at here. Not really an entry you could look at. But this is proving bias to be true here. I don't understand what's going on here. Well, yes, this is where you have to show up and learn, right? It's not going to be clear if you're new to trading, right? You need to understand how my method works and everything, and then you will probably understand. It's a nice 30-minute candle. This will be London Open as well. Damn, very interesting setup here. See how the candle opens. It's pretty big stop loss here, break of high. Very big stop. 27 pip for 15 pips here. I want to see if I can get some sort of 5 structure. I can run a smaller stop loss and target these highs here. You know, if London Open can give nice little retest here, I can just run stop loss below those lows. 5-minute lows will be fine. But this is set up for, it is, but we don't have the range. It's closing very deep, right? And 1 hour is closing bearish. Setup 4 has more chances to close go above, yeah, but that's when we're trending, right? Not really stuck in this range. Remember, we didn't break fully out of it. If that setup 4 happened here, where we broke out here, then came back and then faked out back inside this range, yeah, that would make sense. But here we have to be careful, man. And this thing is still ripping, you know? This is more like setup 2 to go up, yeah, setup 2, setup 4. We just need range. We just need range to trade. I mean, if you want to rip it off this, but yeah, you run the big stop loss. You run that 27 pip, 31 pip, 27 pip stop loss. And it could pay off. It could pay off for sure. But I'd rather just see something on the 5. Just to give me confidence. You know, just one small pause. Yeah, thunder, anything, anything. Please type in chat what's happening. No sound on my end, brother. Some people are just too spoiled. You want me to type exactly what I'm saying just for you because you don't turn on your sound? That's nuts, bro. He didn't hear you? I know he didn't hear you, but I'm just saying, like, I had to say something. Did you always live in Dubai? Yes. Alright, the only other case that I would buy this is if we get a big bottom wick here, like heavy bottom wick, and then I could just use London volume to risk it for the biscuit and run stops below that bottom wick. You're not worried about 4 hour? Not anymore, because we crossed through it twice, no issues. How big can you draw? Like somewhere down here. 744 or something like that, you know? Retesting structure so that I can rely, because that's where I'll want to put stops. Because that makes sense to put stops there. Then we have like 14 pips to here would be ideal. Could run stops here around 16 pips and then expect it to break. Or just close somewhere up here, break even. Mental break even maybe at the 4 hour, something like that, you know. Alright, 1 hour opened here. So 1 hour is closing back in the range, right? And 30-minute as well, close bullish here. A little bit of a rejection at the moment. 15-minute here did close bullish above this little range here, which is nice. Just need a place to put stop loss for me. The problem is we've also closed below this 5, so we could make a lower high here, right? Reject this 5, make a lower high, then continue down, then break this later, and wherever that pullback ends up being, that's where I can place stop loss to take buys, breaking that to continue bullish. So yeah, sorry to say it twice, bro. I got him buys 786. Not sure what those buys are based on. Sure what those buys are based on. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be in that position, so I wouldn't tell you how. I wouldn't know how to manage that, right? Because there is no way to manage it, because it's not a position I would be in. So literally it'd be stop loss or TP. Or you just go break even because it's not really a good position and you accept it. You know what I mean? I mean, you're in from 736. I think, you know, break even would be fine, especially now that we've made a bottom wick, and just accept that. Break of highs or previous highs? Well, now it will be break of those highs if we were to get the pullback. If not, we wait for this 15-minute candle to close back above the 4 hour and we just put stops below that. Then at least we have confirmation of us crossing the 4 hour again. Like, that's still 9 pips, 8, 9 pips to there. Just needs some sort of structure here. Something. Just needs to give me something here. Because if I'm basing this off 5 minutes, 5 minutes completed its move. That's the 5 minute move done. Just a little bit more we have to push here around, you know, 1 or 2 pips. So I can't even do that. 15 minute, I've told you I'm not really willing to put that stop loss. I don't think it's worth it. I can't manage that trade. I kind of will have to let that hit stop loss. Because even if the candle closes bearish, could just go make a lower high, which is what we're trying to wait for right now to continue bullish. So until that lower high is made, then only I could think about managing it. But maybe that lower high doesn't get made and it just goes straight. So you're just guessing on that. So that's why I just wait. See what I can get. Won't take anything below 944 with structure. I will with structure. I think you mean won't take anything below without structure. If you mean without structure, then yes, you're correct. Yeah, the reason why I want structure is I just need also a good place to manage and to put stop loss. Because running now like a 27, 28 pip stop loss for the range we have and what we've seen, it's not really, we've had a volume push already. Remember, that volume push we just had was the same volume push that happened the same time yesterday. But it's not given us an entry, it just next candle closed bearish and then open bullish. But that's the volume push. So we need something to show us. Price is ready to go. Yeah, man. Yeah, that could be enough if we, yeah, depends where it comes, but yeah, that would be considered structure, you know. If we get one post candle and the next 5 minute closes above, then that will be fine. It's at least something, right? Like right now here it has nothing, right? Yeah, no need 15, 5 would be fine. It's just my problem is that I don't think it's gonna be worth it for me to run stops here around 28 pips. So I want to see something to give me an entry here. Otherwise, I'd rather just enter above here and then take something a little bit later, you know? Yeah, it's because it's a setup, right? Forget the 5 minute, just focus on the 15 minute. We're in an active setup, you know? This is a setup for closing back inside the range, but we just need to find ourselves an entry that makes sense, you know? Like I said, if you want to risk it for the biscuit, you can run those full stops, but it's not something I want to do. Do you see the failed setup too? Failed? Did it hit stop loss? Yeah, it would have. But no bottom wick, so it's maybe. But yeah, again, bias was key today, right? Bias is keeping us safe. We didn't jump into any random sells here. We didn't jump into any random sells, which would have messed us up. Now buys are starting to play out. We just need an entry here. Something can open this, open no bottom wick here. You know, even if we start to leave this, we could have massive continuation. Right? It would just be 1 hour re-breaking the highs here. So there's still ways to get in. Yeah, maybe we don't get in from the origin of the move, but at least we'll get in with a tighter stop that we don't have to wait for a massive move. Because again, even this is fun to be up maybe, you know, 7 pips in profit here if you took it here. But remember, with the size of your stop loss, it's not going to do much here. You really need to get this going, at least somewhere up to here, 200s, for it to make sense. When you said we got 2 times through the 4 hour resistance, does it mean that we can dissolve it? Yeah, we just need to use it as a watch now, because in our current session, we haven't done anything with it. Right? You can see 5 minute cross through. Now we just cross through again, no issues. So it becomes just a watch at max. We don't need to worry about it being something too big. Tell me it doesn't want to go down. I can agree. Bias is bullish, right? We were not looking for downside today. Why are you bullish bias? Just based on the way I calculate bias, right? Previous daily, previous 4-hour close. So you're not going to tell me where this stock is going? Well, the problem is you're asking me about a stock, and it's not a stock. This is a currency pair. So I can't tell you where the stock is going if we're looking at a currency pair. We need a close. Yeah, I think just some form of structure would be great here, man. I think it would just give a lot of clarity into the trade and not make us jump into some random push here. I can have somewhere to manage the trade. I can run tighter stop loss. It will be great. Like, that's why I said I wanted to see the bottom wick down to somewhere here, because then I could have just gone break of high, put stop loss below here, 18, 19 pip stop loss, and then now you have your 9, 10 pips can go break even at this point here, right? 500 can be 189 can go break even, and then just let the rest to play out. Just I've been caught up in a lot of times buying after such a bullish candle just for this to reverse, and then I have no way of manage, and you get FU candle. Hate FU candles. Right, this has just been a lucky straight candle push. I mean, look, even on the way down we created structure. Like, if you inverse the chart, this is exactly what we were looking for just now. We wanted to see that structure, and our entry would be somewhere like that. Like, even if it did end up failing, but that would be our entry. Like, that's the structure you want to wait for. And it happens all the time, right? We see impulsive move, structure form, then the next move. Impulsive move, structure, next move. Structure, next move. The moves without structure are just random. You see, they just end up range. Look at this. This is news. Can't count it. We got structure here. This here just ends up fading out. You see, it normally just ends up reversing. Here, structure, structure, structure. That's my point. So let it make structure, and then we can do something with it. What's an FU candle? Oh, trust me, you don't want to find out what an FU candle is. If you join this stream long enough, you'll probably find out what an FU candle is, because normally if a trade loses, we get caught in an FU candle. Most of our losing trades are for a FU candle, so you'll find out maybe if you join stream long enough. Hopefully not anytime soon. It's literally a candle that you can't do anything about. You can't manage, it just goes straight to SL. Like, there's just nothing you can do. Not even a chance. Like, there's no chance of your trade surviving. Like, no chance. Would you say GJ is bullish in overall time frame? For now, yeah, we're still trying to form supports, you know. Higher time frame, yes. Medium time frame, we're now in a range, confirmed. We were more bearish postured last week, but now that we have that daily support, it's mixed it up a little bit. My amygdala is kicked in, just glued to the chart. Why? Not sure, man. Because you're FOMOing. You're FOMOing because probably yesterday you didn't manage your trade the way you wanted to manage. Now you feel like you have to chase something today. If the first green candle was smaller, would you get in based on setup too? Yes. Not if the first green candle, if this wick here left us with a bearish 5-minute candle close, we have structure, which is normally the case most of the time. You are in my head, I feel invaded. It's just easy, it's common. It's common. Everyone trades based on yesterday, not based on what they see in front of them. I can assure you everyone's trading based on yesterday. That's how it works. Okay, this could be interesting closing above the range here. Any thunderstorm will be worth a shot now. We can run stops tight below that thunderstorm. Rely on volume to just break. Still haven't broken 1 hour highs. So we'll see how it closes. How do you put those tools on top right? You just favorite them. You put a little heart, not heart, you put a little star next to the tools you want. You see these stars? So if you put a star, it will come in your toolbox. Please talk about FU candles. Yeah, it's just a candle that comes out of nowhere. You can't do anything about, like, let's say we're trending up nicely for like 10-15 minutes, and then the next 3 minutes is just straight downside. And that's it. End of trade, you know? Nothing you can do. No management, nothing. So you expect more than average session push with these two candles? Yes, because the move down was news based. These candles here, if we create structure, I think we could have a scalp. But that's the point, it will be a scalp. Remember, yesterday's push was total 50 pips. More than 50 pips. Right, if we consider from the origin of the move, we took trades here. Look at yesterday's move. Moves are a lot bigger. From catalyst of move, we can say this is the catalyst. That was the pullback, same as this pullback we've just had. And then we break down, that is 64 pips. So if we look at from origin of this move, being a pullback, to where we are right now, we're running around 40 pips. So there's still 20 pips. So yes, it would be squeezing it, but we're still kind of in there, right? We're still in there. Alright, this candle open here, no bottom wick. I do expect it to make a bottom wick, highly likely chance to make a bottom wick. Which it just looks like it just made right now. Oh, almost made it. Oh, there you go. So here could be the start of a little pullback. There's a 6-second stream delay. Yes, there is a 6-second stream delay. You can't change that. Can we play stop loss below bottom wick? Not normally, no. The only way is today, the way I was saying that if we got a deep bottom wick, today would be the only exception we could. Only exception we could because of such a strong closure and using London open volume to our advantage. Like if we can use London volume to our advantage, then yeah. But normally, no. Normally you put it below previous candle. Because it could reflip, right? Let's say you put it below this bottom wick now. What if it reflips? You're out. But technically nothing changed. You were not wrong. Change title? Yeah, I'm tripping, man. Mad to see not one candle pullback here. Just straight V. How can I inverse the chart like you did? Alt I. Alt I will do it. Pumping? Yes, sir. See if we can just get a thunder. Just somewhere to put stops. That's it. That's it. Now you just guys have to all calm down. Wait for something that you can look to take a trade. And if that doesn't happen, then that doesn't matter, because when it happens like yesterday, I can take a trade, right? And look at the result of yesterday from following my plan is a win. Why is it a win? Because I followed something I can replicate. If I'm just jumping up in random things, I can't. Right? Because I'll just give that money back anyways. Even if I made money today, I would have given it back if I'm not following a plan long term. It's as simple as that. It's how markets work. For at 189.90, which that's already crossed through twice. Oh, this one here with the wicks, yeah, that could be like a watch zone. We could use that as a watch zone. This I've drawn wrong. This was a 1 hour. I meant to write that. Yes. Since it's already tested, if we break it, I would expect us just to break it. Since it's tested. If it wasn't tested, then yes. But look, it's been tested once yesterday. So if we are, I would expect it to break. You can start to see volume getting weaker here as we start to close bigger wicks. So I think we could see one spike up. We could see one spike up here, trigger in buyers, and then we form the pullback. And then we try to form support, and then we do the next move here. Something like that. Hey Dinesh, hope you're well, man. Add date on YouTube thumbnail. It's in YouTube on the title. I don't need to add it on the thumbnail. I need to make a thumbnail for every single stream. Alright, this I was asking you if we can put stop loss below this 5-minute candle if it's closing bearish. Yeah, but where would your entry be? There needs to also be an entry trigger, right? You can't just put stop loss. Yeah, we're at 4 hour, that's my point. So there's no entry trigger. Mainly your stop loss is going below 15-minute candles, man. Entries on 15, stop loss below 15. Retracement started? Potentially, yes. Potentially, we could be giving that little bit of the pullback that we wanted earlier, but it's happening now at the top of the range. Which is fine, because if we pull back now and then close back above in the next 30 minutes, 1 hour, that can still be an option. For the setups, does the wick have to retest the support? No, it just has to make a wick, any wick. But for me to be able to put a stop loss below a wick, I need a certain length of that wick and I need it to test certain zones. But if you're just putting a stop loss below previous candle, then yeah, that's no problems at all. Just any wick is fine. Harry, please share best source. Not sure what you mean by best source. Best news source? I think just use Forex Factory for now, man. Forex Factory for now, just to keep an eye on what folders are coming out, etc. Is this the first 5-minute candle closing bearish? Yes, this is the first 5-minute candle closing bearish. Financial Juice being a game changer? Yeah, that's also very good. Hi, what lot size do you take if you don't mind me asking? No, it's fine. I risk around 2% of my account, sometimes 3, so I range between, you know, I would say 8-10 lots, pushing more towards 15. But yeah, it's lot size is not the easiest thing to push. See what goes on here. Do you trade NY session as well? It's not my main session, but I do have a look at it, yes. But it's not my main session. Is there one setup that you're confident taking more risk in, or is it market dependent? No, there's setups that I'm more confident in. For sure. Damn, bro. 2 minutes, it can't wait here. It's wetting its pants. Can't wait 2 minutes. Needs to wet its pants right now. Oh, now it rejects. I have to wait for this 5 close to see what's up. Might be a scalp option. $30 and $15, yeah, it will be. Might be a scalp option here. Max scalp though. 4-hour close, 30 minutes, yeah, that's why scalp. We'll have to see how it closes. If it closes below the resistance, then it's not going to do much here. We'll have to wait. Let's see if it can close above here in the last 50 seconds, what it wants to do. In terms of risk, do you consider a good position to go full risk? Are you asking me what do I consider a good position to go full risk? Or do I consider a good position to go full risk? Alright, we're closing below here. We need something. We need something to close above. What do I consider good position? You know, like setup 1 with 5-minute structure. Something nice, you know. Clean zones. So yeah, we haven't closed above here. 30-minute hasn't closed above here. 5-minute as well hasn't closed above. We're just rejecting at the moment. We at least need something closing above here. I wouldn't mind seeing this break the highs here and then reverse. Make us a support, and then we re-break this later and take buys. Right? That would be ideal. So that's the break of the highs, and then this is where I would expect it potentially now to reverse. If it just breaks the highs, this is one of those days where it's just, okay, tough. What can I do, man? Nothing closed. 30 didn't close. 15 didn't close. 5 didn't close. You know, now you just guesswork. Go break of high and pray. You know, 1-minute candle opened here and said, okay, not today, we're going up. Which, fine. I mean, if you want to then force a trade, you force on 1 minute, but you break even at 4-hour resistance. So if it's worth it for you, then it's worth it for you. 1.2 pips. You'll probably get at least 2 pips out of that. When was this? Oh, okay, sorry, my bad. Close on FXCM is weird. Let's see. How is FXCM close? Oh yeah, FXCM technically closed above, but my broker hasn't closed above here. Yeah, that is weird. I was looking at my broker. My broker hasn't closed above. Let me double check. Maybe I'm wrong. No, my broker hasn't closed above 100%. And I follow what my broker says. Yeah, look at this, man. At least give us the 5, man. That was the setup that we wanted for the scalp here. And it's just going to be tough for us today. Very, 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 very tough here. I would have been break even at this level here anyways, if I was taking that trade break of high. Give you around 6-7 pips here. Then you can see what's up. And then probably tapped break even here. Let's see if I would have been tapped break even or survived. Would have survived. Oh. even if you took the 1 minute, you wouldn't be triggered because this opened no bottom wick, shot straight up. Yeah, this is just being nasty for you. And then 100% guaranteed you'll break even at this 1 hour resistance. And then you're stopped at break even right there. Boom. Out break even. So yeah, it wouldn't, even if I got in here, it would have just ended up in a break even. So not too yeah. Yeah, before I make any silly decisions here, just gonna wait this out a little bit more. Need more price action to be able to find an entry. Gonna wait a little bit more and see what ends up happening. So gonna end stream here. I appreciate everyone joining up as always. Quite tough to navigate this, but overall I think yeah, I wonder if just running the big stop loss here could have just been the option, just to, you know, risk it for the biscuit here. 24, yeah, it could have been just about worth it, to be honest. Risk it for the biscuit, go big stop loss and just say take it, accept that. It's always tough inside of a range to do that, but in hindsight you say yes because there was enough volume. But first time we see around 27, 28 pip stop loss here. So if we see that more common, of course, then it's something we can take because we know that it's fine. But I mean, look at yesterday's stop loss was like 15 pips, 16 pips. This is almost double yesterday's stop loss, so you have to be a little bit careful. So yeah, we'll see what ends up happening. Appreciate everyone as always. Take care. Appreciate you guys joining for stream. Hopefully catch you guys tomorrow. Peace. See you all.